Alright, last time in D&D. World of. Y'all fought some... What were the class? They were
Some
technically
fucking
necromancers.
asshole necromancers in the end.
Yeah, I fought some assholes in the end. Who obviously, Lamb's character knows this, but I don't think he told everyone else. Who learned that the bartender that runs the place kinda got paid off for them to be there.
Oh, yeah.
They also have learned that, the guards here can do some resurrection.
So, don't fuck with them.
Yeah, but, wasn't said before, and I'm sure it has. Don't fuck with the guards here. The guards will win. And it will not take them long.
They will win if no other way than the Russian way.
So if we do kill someone, we need to disintegrate the body.
And have no one ever, like, say anything about it, or fucking have no witnesses. Yeah, you need to be
kill
pretty
the
much...
chicken, got it.
Don't kill the chicken. I might have Zelda things happen if you attack chickens.
But you said leave witnesses.
I said leave no witnesses.
Yeah, the chicken was a witness.
And there are druids here. Fair enough. Yeah, no, fair enough. But after the fight, y'all had a feast and whatnot. Bartender bringing out some expensive shit. And then y'all went to bed. So we are at the day. We are at the dawn of the 7th day. The world has already ended twice.
Don't worry, it took like 3 months for it to end that twice, though.
So y'all are waking up? Do your thing.
Cause is obviously the first to wake up in the morning, and he's gonna head downstairs. He's hungry after yesterday's encounter. Heads downstairs, and he's gonna have a nice helping of what was that one meal we had the other day?
Talking from last session?
I'm not too sure. It was the really
It was the
expensive
magic one.
Can you get addicted to culinary?
It's called gluttony.
Cardam's probably next, just going through the regular, just going for the spoon and heading out for first event.
Unaan's heading down, just normal meal. Kind of looking over the thing, making sure he knows where to go, which, seeing where the two things he wants to go do, he knows where they are.
Well, as you all head down and Kaz is wanting to get some food, you guys will have noticed that there is a brand new board by the door.
Is there still a damaged chair?
Yeah, there, if you guys have looked around on the upper floor, for those that are up there outside of, I think, Saandip, the damage is still there. They have not come, whoever they are, to come repair it just yet.
I meant the chair on the bottom floor that I chopped.
Oh, yes, that one's also still there. Still damaged.
Wasn't an illusion.
When you say there's a new board by the door, like a message board, or what do you mean?
Oh, does anyone want to actually take note of what's there as the bartender is pinning up some sheets?
Yeah. Unaan does.
Well, what you see there, then, Unaan, is some sheets related to some problem areas on the island of Gridgil.
Say again? Problem areas on the island of what?
Gridgil. It's the name of the central continent island that you guys are on.
Good go.
Did you want to take a closer look at any of those particular sheets? There are 6 to choose from.
Sure. How about we go with looking at all 6? Just a quick skim.
Just a quick skim? Alright. These sheets go over some areas that have been infested by creatures that the guards and townsmen do not want to deal with and are looking for adventurers or someone else to go deal with it with the blessing of, well, the governmental system here. So it would not be classified as, vigilantism or anything. And that these locations are between cities, meaning you guys would have to travel there on foot and not use a portal. Or, I guess, by horse.
Looking at just one of them in particular, do these like list the area and the monster and whatnot? Could Unaan realistically make a map to go from like the closest to the farthest, or possibly like making a circle around to come back to this area or something like that.
You certainly can, just based on the fact that each of these has a small image of the island and a dot indicating where the location is. So you could easily figure out, oh, okay, that one's closer than this one, and yeah.
Cool. Activating waypoints.
Are you pressing G? Wait, you don't play that game.
Depends. Which game are we talking about?
Specifically Warframe.
Well, see, in this game, we just add waypoints, so eventually your screen just has dots everywhere, no matter which direction you look.
Minecraft.
Anywho, the nearest place that you guys, that Unaan sees is a place called Tumon Hek, to the southwest of Goxia, which is the town you guys are in. About midway between Vofos and Goxia, but a bit closer to Goxia than Vofos. I don't have a player map yet to like import into the world, so.
Does it say what the issue is, or no?
Giant rats.
It says that the issue is one of an abandoned mine that has been infested by elementals and other random creatures.
Saandip will come down and look, order some tea and berries, and then look for Karnam.
And what was Karnam doing?
He's pretty much, once he comes out of his room, he's hanging out straight out the door. So, I mean, he would probably catch me opening the door to head out, but...
That's how you want to do it, then go for it. Otherwise, I was going to say roll a percentile.
Yeah, well, we can do that then.
I'll see you going out the door. Hold up, Karnam.
Alright.
I was thinking
I'll
of
just
doing
slowly close the door back.
Was thinking of doing the meditation test. I don't think I've actually seen the Monks Guild. Do you know where it is?
Yeah. Do we know if that's a early day or late day, or do we care? Is it just like magically which one we make it to?
As long as you're not spending a stupid amount of time doing other things, and by a stupid amount of time, I mean more like an hour. I won't have a problem if you guys want to do something else as quickly as possible before that. But in terms of what you guys are actually doing overall as a group, there's no conflictions that I can see.
Alright. Yeah, it's just right up the road. I could show you real quick once you're ready to go.
I will grab my berries and then pour my tea into my water skin.
It's Jesus.
So, Karnam and Saandip are leaving?
Looks like it.
Yeah. Unless anyone else wants to stop us.
Nope, I'll probably be following not too far behind you.
We have another 6 people in the meditation contest.
I'm sorry, what is Tarus doing?
I'm gonna be heading out as well. A bit behind the other guys.
Okay, well, as you three leave, some familiar faces, at least to Unaan, enter into the priest's bottle. As Unaan is still looking over the sheets.
Yeah. While looking over them, writing down, just jotting down real quickly the ones that look like they are able to do, so to say. So, like, if there's go slay a dragon, he's well enough aware that it's like, yeah. Other adventurers right now, I think I don't want to die. But if it's something like the joke made, big rats in area, he's like, well, fuck it, they're just rats. We could probably kill those. But that's what he's doing, so he's just getting the ones that look, taking note of the ones that look plausible, so he can suggest doing them after the events in town. But yeah, he notices the people who walks in.
Well, quickly, over the sheets that you're looking at, they obviously state, like, new adventurers are welcome to take on this challenge. A few of them saying, more experienced or highly trained adventurers are recommended. They do give at least a good indication that, hey, you should probably have some experience and some gear to enter this place.
Gotcha.
As for the people that walked in, one of them you should recognize as Zoan from the archery contest. The other two is that dwarf and human that was in the corner back in session 3? The one that told you about heading over towards... fuck, what was that dwarven town? Over by Finless, I believe it was? Or, you know, killing off spiders or whatever. Or heading to Myrefall to join the military type of thing. Or to, you know, help out and blah blah blah. You remember those guys, right?
Yeah, it was about going and killing monsters somewhere, and then Zohan was, my notes says, an asshole. So I think, based on that, I think him and Unaan might not have liked each other. I don't remember, but that's what my notes say.
Well, those three walk in together, chatting.
What, idle chatter or something of importance?
Some of it seems to be idle chatter. Some of it's talking about heading out to one of the places actually mentioned on one of those sheets that you're looking over.
One of the more skilled ones, or one of the entry level, more basic?
One of the more skilled ones.
Gotcha. Okay.
Specifically, the place is called Osa Had.
So what you're saying is, we should go there after them and loot their corpses. When anyway, Unaan takes note but doesn't really do anything. He knows that well, whatever. He just jots down those 4 places and then prepares to go off to one of the tests. I'd assume the one that Noah's gonna go do right now. The post office one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the other one I was doing today, as far as I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
Also had an idea.
In that case, then yeah, that's it for Unaan. Just ate some food, wrote down the 4 jobs that looked like they were possible to bring it up to the group, and then heading off the same as Taurus towards the post office.
In which case, Tarus is heading the wrong way towards the post office. That or he went out the side of the building, which,
For some reason, I always thought it opened up on the street near the docks.
Nope. As I imagine, Karnam and Saandip have made a bit of progress during all that.
Tate, are you doing any of the... Which ones are you doing again? Merchant. Is anyone else doing the merchant one?
I am.
Oh, he's also doing meditation?
No, I'm doing the knowledge.
I'm
Which
doing
one?
meditation and merchant.
Oh, I looked at the wrong way.
Tate's doing... One Jared's doing and one I'm doing. I'm doing the one that Noah's doing. And Jared is doing one that... with Tate, and then one with Lamb. Which ones are you doing, Lamb?
He's doing
escape artist
concentration with the
and
monk guild.
concentration.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the first ones that are going to be up would be knowledge local, escape artist, profession merchant. I don't know what the hell Jared's merchant is. I'm going to guess it's referring to profession merchant.
Yeah.
As well as knowledge local for Marcus.
So it's local, merchant, and escape then.
Yes.
So Jared's just going to find out where it is to go to later. Gotcha. I think that was a point made, and my brain just blocked it out for some reason. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm doing whichever knowledge.
Merchant is what you're doing first, Tate.
Yeah, merchant first, and then knowledge, religion.
Yeah, take.
Okay.
It's been established.
Established.
And we're doing it that way, so
You're established.
fucking we can get to Noah's test first. So what are you doing in the meantime, Tate? You gonna sit at the end, or are you actually gonna head out to profession merchant?
I'm gonna head off to the profession merchant. How much was the meal, by the way?
3 silver, unless you got something extravagant.
It was the same meal I had before. The magic one.
Alright, looking up the hell that was again, couldn't find it. I'm gonna go with 15 silver. Because I don't remember.
Okay. Alright.
I think you made it the price of the fancy banquet or something.
Yeah, I legitimately do not remember. And considering I can't find the item on the food list again for some weird reason, that you will not be following them if you intend on going to Professional Merchant.
Equal distances.
Tate, who apparently is not listening.
What?
You're going a different direction than Jared and I.
Okay, I take that back. You will technically be following Tarus, Unaan, and Athos, but you're not following them, like, directly behind them. Depends on what route you want to actually take to get to the marketplace area.
Probably the same route as them, but kind of along this way.
That is Town Square. That is not the marketplace. The marketplace is on this road.
Oh, okay. Kaz would probably tag along with Athos and Unaan until the split.
So just do a bit of a circle.
Whatever. Do the four of you talk about anything along the way then? Say four of you, because I'm including Athos.
I will talk about Unaan's sister.
That's not creepy.
Sorry, Athos isn't there right now. He desummoned her so she could go back and relay information and whatever. So, only 3. I forgot to take her off.
Okay.
He had that eventful day of getting people to say that they might want to do stuff. So she has to... Athos has to go back and go play... I don't know, politician, whatever.
Message machine.
Yeah. That thing I said she does sometimes. That also gives me a reason to not have her always summoned. For the sake of not always being summoned.
Oh, so right, you're most vulnerable. Give me all of your money, trust me.
I mean, he can summon her in an instant. So you can be like, give me your money, and then she's just magically behind you and snaps your neck.
Well, that said, Tarus, Unaan, are you guys taking a right at this intersection? Or are you gonna stick left?
I'm heading right.
Yeah, probably go to the right.
Well, in which case, Kaz, you have a decision to make. To continue following them, knowing that it takes you further away, or to split off here and go left.
Let's just split off there and go left. Well, I'll catch up with you guys after my competition.
Best of luck.
Yes, you too. You have to tell me more about how yours went.
I'll probably be asleep in the end by the time you find me.
In real life, sure. In game, no. Is Kaz going to? Yeah, is he gonna talk to himself at all along the way?
No.
Is he gonna talk to anyone else along the way?
Different pathways. No, not really. Just greetings and such. Right now, he has a goal in mind. He has to get to the competition.
Alright, so Tarus and Unaan swung right. They are traveling down the road. Are they going to be continuing to talk about anything else in particular, or?
I forgot her name.
Athos.
Oh, where's
Athos.
Athos?
Either way. I know who you're talking about if it starts with an A.
Ah, where is she?
Aphids.
Aphids.
Hey,
Anyway.
Steve.
A Steve. Athos? She's back in the home plane.
Ah, recovering after the fight?
No. I mean, that is where she goes after taking a lot of damage, but technically she's always there, and this is a essence of her. I mean, it's really hard to explain about summoning them, but in
She's
short,
here and she's there. Yeah.
Yes, but now she's completely there, and she has paperwork to from different stores from around here to give to my sisters. Thane. Let's just call it Athos has gone on a business trip.
Okay.
And I imagine you guys are swinging left here at this intersection?
And now we're going right and all the way up and left and cutting through the woods.
I mean, you could. I'm not gonna stop you.
I'm good. I don't need to pick lunch right now.
Anything else you guys talk about before getting to Town Hall, was it?
Yeah, town hall.
Yeah, we're going to town hall.
So, what were you looking at the boards back there?
Oh, there's postings for jobs. Like places to go and clear out monsters. For an example. Just right here on the continent. So we don't even have to pay to use the portals or anything. We can just travel.
It's a bit different than what I'm used to. Then again, I haven't done what I'm used to for like 7 days now.
It'll give us a nice chance to break in the horses and get them used to pulling a cart and all, and we can all get to know each other, and then we get to go do some real stuff, some real adventuring. Go see some of the other cities on this island continent.
Yeah, I also got paid a lot better in these past few competition days than I did in quite a while of working.
Unaan says nothing, knowing very well that he has been paid better in his life.
Who do you think the competition will be on?
Well, it's local, so it's probably going to be about maybe this place's history, maybe the sites around it, maybe some of the gossip about who Brain? I was going to say 3 things in one go.
Legends, personalities, inhabitants, laws, customs, traditions.
I was going to go with who took something, and then my brain went in another direction.
Either way, we make it there.
All with I realized I can't. My character doesn't know. So I was going to say who took Steve Rat's last remaining statue, but nevertheless, so yeah, we get there.
Anything like last time, just head in and they should have a sign or something.
Well, I was just double checking to make sure that it was actually you, Noah, that went there last, and I was pretty sure it was. And yeah, Tarus, you after walking, you immediately notice that there's a sign, just like before, indicating that knowledge local test is that way. Through the same doorway and hallway as before, and actually, in fact, it goes to the same room as before.
Starting to feel like a deja vu, but I guess if they're posted in the same place, I guess using the same room a few times is probably pretty beneficial. Start heading down the way of the signs.
You make it to the same room as before.
Okay. Is it the whole take your seat and pen and paper thing again?
Yep, it is, and the person there greeting everyone is, what was his name? Did I give him a name? Or a name? Person at the library that you guys ran into.
I swear there was a name, but I fucking forgot it. I don't have it written down, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't have an NPC chart for this person because I didn't figure I was going to keep using them, but it didn't. Yeah. Well, regardless, they are there. In the room, there are 9 other people besides you 2 now.
It doesn't look like too many people. How old do you think you're gonna do?
I think I'll do okay.
Yeah, it's not my best subject, but I think I'll do fine as well.
It's not my best either, but I mean, well, player-wise, it's right in there with pretty much all the other ones. But I think I've read up on different things. Part of the reason I came here in the first place. Not in the first place, as the first place.
At this point, I'll be waiting for the test to be passed out.
Well, a few moments go by, and another 3 people come in for the test. And just like before, they go over the rules of the test and what you should expect in it.
Trying to find everything else.
Trying to figure out if they were a guy or a girl, and I don't remember. Whatever. They tell you that the local knowledge test is a test on a few of the legends in the world of Yoxia, as well as Gridgil in general, as well as going over some of the laws and traditions, such as the festival event that you guys are currently taking part in, and the inhabitants that live here, which is, as you guys would have noticed, pretty much everyone. There's a few races that you guys might know of that aren't here that you've noticed, but pretty much everyone. So you guys are going to be rolling 10d20 in total, and just count up the total for me.
Jeez. So much.
Would you rather have them roll 100d20?
No.
Yes.
So much.
Because, I mean, technically this test would be like 100 questions long, so... I just don't feel like having them roll 100d20. Oh, this is
That's
knowledge
absurd.
level checks, by the way. I didn't say that for some reason. And, speaking of, what is your guys' bonus to... Never mind, I actually have your character sheets, I can look at that myself.
4.
Right, did you telling me is a lot faster?
7. Except... I mean, technically they're all 7 except for 2 of them. Which are at 3.
Well, as you guys make your rolls, going over some of the questions, Unaan should actually recognize one of the questions, as it is talking about one of the board messages that he saw, referring to the history of Agonai Keep and what its importance was to Ridgegil. Something that he personally may not know, but he might be able to infer based on things that he's seen around. Tarus wouldn't know anything too much about that in particular, but I mean, like I said, this test would technically have like 100 questions, so not knowing one in particular is not going to kill y'all. Right, if this test actually 100 questions, I could also just have had you guys roll percentile, but yeah.
Well, obviously the section that Unaan did not know is the dice that rolled a 5. The total, by the way, would be 7 times 10 is 70, so would be 196.
And Noah, what is your total?
136.
That included 10 times your modifier?
Yes.
And
I rolled really poorly on a lot of these. I actually would have done better with the 83 on percentile.
yeah, damn.
Oh, no. Yeah, let's just go with percentile, Kelb. Because I got a 0 and a 0. I got a perfect 100.
If it means anything, Marcus, you would win, based on your 196.
It's just the likelihood. I was like, I wonder what I'd get. Rolled it. 10-10. God damn it. The one fucking time I get 100 on percentile would be just for a shits and giggle roll.
Some of the other questions, by the way, go over the laws. Actually, one of which Unaan has ran into in terms of, not spellcasting in the midst of town. Mending. With obviously there being an exception to that law for the events and whatnot, though obviously some additional magic had to have been done because of physical violence accidentally done by someone else of your party. Referring to Lamb's arrow, one arrow that fucked him over for winning that, shooting off into the crowd.
Still salty.
And some of the other governmental things that, such as the head of the government actually exists within the world tree itself on this island. Something you guys should be aware of. The world tree is also known as Ridgegil, by the way. Other than that, goes over some other minor details and things. Well, I wouldn't call them minor, I guess they're major details and things, but minor enough for me not to go into detail about them. To at least, save time. So after a few, I don't know, how long would you guys think it would take to do a 100-question thing?
3 hours.
I would say, it kind of depends. I'd say anywhere from 2 to 4 hours for most people.
Yeah.
Well, this is a mixed test between, like, a few of them are just, like, fill in the blank, and a few of them are actually asking for, like, a paragraph or two.
Probably closer to the 3-4 hour.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. Well, after the 3 to 4 hours of time, it looks like everyone has finished, and the person at the teacher's desk, quote-unquote, because I can't think of a better name for it right now, announces that the time is up, and to essentially wait there while your text gets collected, and do chat amongst yourselves or whatever. And given a few minutes, given like 30 minutes, we'll be able to look over everyone's tests and announce who the winner is.
Unaan looks over at Tarus and goes, "Man, that one section, I didn't know any of it."
That happens.
But I gotta say, that law section, that was really easy. I have some first-hand experience with it.
First hand?
Yeah, I tried to fix something with mending, and I got told no.
Ah.
Marcus,
So-
if you want a section that you roll that 5 on, Legends.
Sure. Which one did I get 19 on? Would that be the law?
Yeah.
I just like imagining, what do you mean this is a legend? I know this guy!
We met
Turns
him.
out-
He runs the Thieves Guild. Wait.
Turns out all the legends were wrong. Unaan's just sitting there going, "But I answered this correctly. You just have something someone made up." "Yeah, but we're asking about the legend, not the truth." "Yeah, but that's stupid. That's not right, though." I tell you, Steve a rat, he really is a rat.
I actually don't think the people at the post office would know Steve Rat. I was fairly certain he's not actually a legend, but it sounded good.
He's not a legend, he's a myth.
He's a myth. If he's a legend, he's doing it wrong.
Can't he be a legendary myth?
I heard legendary mint, and I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
I'm fresh.
Well, there's nothing else to be said. The time goes by, and the winner has been decided. So they at the teacher's desk grabs everyone's attention and announced that the winner is Unaan. Unaan, whatever the fuck your last name is.
Harolthan?
Harley Quinn? Sure.
Sure.
Uh,
I added a last name. I just figured it would never actually come up.
and the last name is generally dope, but like for example, a Ream Hellfire, I brought up the last name a few times at least.
True.
And who knows, maybe there's someone else in the group called Unaan.
That too. And I mean, there could be always a story purpose that eventually evolves to make it pertinent, but for now, not really.
Tate had to ask mine because he thought he meant my character.
What?
I did. Wait. Your real life last name or your character's last name?
Characters.
Your character has a last name?
Yes.
Oh, I meant, I can't go into too much detail, because, privacy reasons, but I met somebody with the same first name as Jared's character, but not last name. Tends to happen a lot in my life. Usually characters I come up with or characters other people come up with, I tend to run into. It's weird.
Are you telling me you ran into someone in real life with the first name Saandip?
Yes!
Spelled exactly the same way?
Yes!
Interesting.
Yeah!
Yeah, that would be weird
I
because
don't-
I based it off of a real name but spelt it differently.
Yeah, you're telling me. Like I said, it happens more often than not. And it scares me sometimes.
Well, the double A isn't common. It's only a few languages that I'm aware of that actually ever use a double A. Or their equivalent of A. Anyway, back on topic. Or back to the test results. Unaan is called up to get his reward. And I'm assuming Unaan's gonna walk up to get his reward.
Yeah.
Well, as he does that, the second, third, fourth, and fifth place winners or not necessarily winners, results are also announced, and unfortunately, Tarus, you do not hear your name in that list. No, if you're wondering, your roll put you in 10th out of 13 people.
Okay.
Which is why when you told me your roll, I'm like, that seems low for you, Noah.
Yeah, most of my numbers were below 8.
Use a birthday reroll on him.
No.
I wouldn't bother with any of this.
Especially since, we already won the fucking thing. As a collective, we are overmind.
Well, Unaan walks up to get his reward, in which case he is handed a pendant, as well as a sack of 40 gold.
Have a record stack.
Noah, did the guy tell you what the other pendant did? Or was that something afterwards?
The knowledge nobility pendant?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what that is. I also have the Yon stone that's...
Yeah, no, I get that. But was it this guy that told you what the pendant did, or was that identified later?
It was identified later.
Yes.
I think it was both?
He knew it was something to enhance knowledge, but he didn't know which one it was.
Okay, well, the guy... It's a guy now, apparently. The guy handing Unaan the pendant and the sack of 40 gold tells Unaan that the pendant is a enhancement bonus to local knowledge checks, which I believe was a +5, was it?
Yes, +5. Does not stack with Yon stones.
No, it does not. I thought it did, but nope. Anyway, the guy also asked you, Unaan, that you came in with Tarus, right?
I did. Me and him are part of a group.
Okay, I thought you were there at the library too, weren't you?
I was. I didn't do super well at that one, though.
Do you know if he or yourself intend on doing the knowledge history or the linguistics test?
1 minute. That's day 8, right?
That is day 8 and 9, respectively.
Were you gonna do either of those, Noah?
No, I should be doing linguistics. Oh, you're doing both now?
Yeah.
Would Unaan know this?
I mean... I don't know if I gave my schedule, but...
Well, you can hear Unaan right now, right? He can hear the conversation, right? I asked because Unaan's gonna say, probably not myself. I'm not the most versed, and there's other events I wanted to catch tomorrow involving more of my forte of magic and diplomacy, but I'm willing to bet he might, because he loves knowledge and talking. And he's pointing at Taurus. So this way Taurus can say yes or no.
Taurus would not be able to hear the conversation. However, upon noticing that you don't know if Taurus knows or not, after you finish your statement, he goes, give me one moment. Kind of does the finishing ceremony thing of you winning, thanks everyone for coming by, and motions for them to, leave or do whatever at this point. And also calls out for Tarus to come up.
I'll walk up.
Your friend Unaan said you might be doing the knowledge history or linguistics test.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be doing both of those. One's tomorrow and the day after that, right?
Yeah, and like I said a moment ago, day 8 and 9, but in character. Yes. Knowledge history is tomorrow and linguistics the day after that. Just wondering, since you guys are together, there's a special reward for coming in first place for these tests, and since you guys are a group, we'll just, give it to you guys as a group. Since you guys have won the past 2 tests, there's a small house available for you guys, but if you guys intend on doing the other 2 tests at all, we won't give you the other small house reward just yet. Just to see, if something happens in the future, you don't have to change out the keys and blah blah blah, you don't have to worry about moving shit in there, then have to move it out, etc. But yeah, there's a small house up for grabs for you guys right now as it stands, but if either of you were to win, or anyone from your group really, was to win the knowledge history or the linguistics test, that would go up to a medium house and a large furnished house for winning all 4 of these tests. As well as another additional prize, but we'll worry about that when it happens.
Okay, I'll make sure that I show up.
It's good to know. Taurus, how good are you with history?
So-so.
A bit better than you are with local, or about the same?
About the same, but linguistics, I should be able to do just fine in that.
That was that in character?
Yeah.
Which, overhearing that goes, well, the knowledge history test, and it's not going to be sacred for long. It's going to go over some of the wars and migrations and founding of cities on this central continent. And, you know, some of the previous events, and why we are established separately from the rest of the world. So, you know, like the actual history of Ritkugil over just, you know, Goxi and some of the laws and stuff, like we have done today, so keep that in mind for tomorrow's event.
Okay.
Good to know. Also, on the off chance any of our other compatriots decide they also want to partake in this, let me just give you their names. And then Unaan proceeds to tell him name and description real quick of who else is in the group.
He takes note of them, writes them down, and goes, alright, thanks. If they happen to show up with one of you two, then it'll just be easier on me. Well, I don't really have anything else to say at the moment. I do have some work to head off to do, though, in the library. Unless you guys have questions or anything for me right now?
Nope, I don't think so.
I'm good for now. Probably gonna actually head to the library and read up a bit on the history. Don't have anything else to do today, so I've got a lot of free time.
Unaan taps you. Catch. Or, well, I guess he doesn't say catch. He goes, here. And hands you the, pendant.
Wait, which pendant?
The local one.
The local one. Add it to your collection. Now you have local and, nature.
Nobility.
Nobility.
There was no nature one. That you guys know of, anyway.
I mean, honestly, I was just fighting back the urge to be like, if you collect them all, you can fuse them together, and it's +5 to all knowledge. But
I
no,
mean,
but
yes, in a way.
The nobility pendant allows once per day as a free action you can add a +10 insight bonus on a single skill check that you are about to roll that involves it. So it could come in handy.
I mean, you do have to be a worshipper of the associated god.
Yep.
What that means, by the way, for the purposes of that pendant and this campaign, is you have to be worshipping a god, in which case that particular knowledge is one of their kind of things.
That's something I never...
Meaning, if you're worshipping a god that mostly deals with peasants and low-class workers, etc., that does not count towards nobility.
Yeah, the god that I worship's kind of weird, because it's the Aklo dragons of the plane. I'll have to look at more stuff on that. Either way, catch, and I'm heading off to the library to read up on history.
Alright, well, I assume you followed the guy out then. Unaan,
Yep.
what is he doing?
Unaan's probably gonna be, since it's been about 3 to 4 hours, heading outside to see if the next competition or if the next one is going to be starting, the religion one, since that's taking place in the town square again, since it's the Wizards Guild. And if not, and they're still just setting up, then he's gonna go probably get a bite to eat or something, since it's been almost 4 hours.
Fair enough. Tarus, any type of history you're looking for in the library?
I'm more or less going for a general book of how this area was established and what makes it different from the other parts of the world and stuff along those lines.
Roll me perception.
Oh no, I have to look at what my perception bonus is. 17. Or 15, sorry.
You're able to find some general history books as well as a few more specific ones for this particular town if you're interested in reading anything about those. It might give you some insight into the rest of the island continent.
Yep, I'll take a read on those books for a bit.
And did you intend on reading for the rest of the day then, Noah, or did you want your character to be doing something else before the end of day 7?
Reading.
So you're going to be reading for like the next 12 hours.
I'm gonna be studying for that test because I want a house. Never had a house before.
Fair enough.